Welcome to the first week of this course. It's about multimedia and multimodality and the difference between the two. This is the outline for this week. I will start with the definition of medium and modality and then continue with the characteristics of multimedia systems and multimodal systems. I will then present two approaches to relate different modalities to each other, and I will complete with characteristics of multimodal systems, in particular the different benefits we have with multimodal systems compared to ordinary ones. Let's start with a medium. A medium is a technical means to store, transport and convey information. This might be, for example, the physical channel. So, for instance, the air for acoustic information or the light for visual information. But also, a medium is a representation of a message to the user. So consider, for example, the same information which can be presented as a text, as a graphic, or even as a video clip. This would be all different media. In contrast to this, the modality is a human sensory channel. And we have several of these human sensory channels. For example, visual, auditory, olfactorial channel, for example, the smell, the haptic channel, which is, for example, the touch, but also temperature sensation and even pain sensation. There's the gustatory channel, which is taste, and the vestibular channel, which is related to the balance perception. As you can see, the same example does not apply here for the modality. So if we have the same kind of information presented either as a video clip or as a text or as a graphic, this would be all the same modality, namely the visual channel, while there are different media used. Still, in human-computer interaction, we have an alternative definition of modality. I will explain a little bit later why this is so. Namely, a modality is a user input mode to interact with a system. So let's have a look at this table. On the left column, you can see the different human senses, like vision, hearing or touch, and the appropriate assigned organ that is used to capture this kind of information, like the eyes, ears and skin. If we now go to the alternative definition of modality, then it's all about the capabilities of the system to mimic such human sensory channels. For example, we need a microphone to replicate hearing, or we need a camera to replicate vision. So on the utmost right column, you can see the different modalities that are following this alternative definition of modality. This would be, for example, 3D gesture recognition or face recognition, which could be captured by a camera, or even speech recognition with a microphone. For all these, we need, of course, some classifiers. There's also position or motion tracking, or 3D gesture recognition like on the touchscreen.